Hi guys, let me to everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. Yes, I'm here and I'm hot. It's hot out here. It's 30 degrees and I really feel it too, because if I was in front of the company's where there's shade, it feels cooler. Today we have Diet Vanilla Coke. Just be different. Which is pretty good. People don't realize that the way the soda fountain works is fascinating. Here's the short and skinny. You got some basic sodas. Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Coke. A few others. And then what they do is they have flavorings that are actually in other containers that are additives. I don't know where they store all this stuff, but besides the soda service, they start in the back room. I could hear the soda fountain pumping syrup up. I was pumping, I was going I was pumping into Diet Coke into the fountain. And I assume that the Diet Coke additive is also pumped in the same way. So it's not as much at a time. But anyway, we had a good morning show, and it was getting kind of hot in there, so I just kind of wanted to get out of the house because the house is getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and yeah, we're gonna have a show tonight, but maybe we might do it in the bedroom because they have the air conditioner in there. Because what I can do is there's a couple ways to do a show in the bedroom. Number one, first way is to use this phone as a camera. And actually using recieve.io, and then just read the screen on my MacBook as a big screen for reading the chat. Remember, this gets hotter. We're gonna have to find other ways to do the show because by the time I get home, 8 o'clock show says it's gonna be 27 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be cooler, but it's not, that's like 6 degrees cooler Frankenstein units. So we're going from, let's see, 20 degrees Celsius to 68 plus another 10, 20, it's 88 degrees. So then you subtract 6 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 82. And that's fine. But like I showed with Noodles and those other people on his panel, I was showing the bedroom. This bedroom can be used as a studio as well. We can still do panels, but I'll be honest, yeah, we can still do panels. The MacBook's gonna be Mac suck because of the way it works. Yeah. But on the other hand, a 2009 Mac Pro broke. So we don't have that anymore. I threw that out. And I do miss it for a lot of reasons. For one thing, it could run Intel code without batting an eye. And it made it very easy for certain programs. Also, I got something in the mail. I think this is for Stan, but it's one of those shirt buttons for Jill Stein campaign. Now, I'm gonna be honest. It's nothing secretive. I'm gonna still get out of here so I can talk to you. It's I think this is for Stan. I mean, Jill Stein is not bad looking. Okay. I mean, she's an older lady. She's very strong, supports the Green Party. I don't have a problem with that. But some of the things that is part of her platform, from what little I remember, I don't really remember 2016 when she was doing a campaign in the church. She had some strong ideas. Some of them, as I said, I kind of agree with. Some of them I kind of wonder if it's really feasible to do some of them. But the problem with being the Green Party candidate is she's never going to become president. She's never going to get enough of the electors at all. She needs... The only way a Green Party or a Libertarian candidate can win for president is you have to do a Ross Perot. That is, she's going to buy TV ad time. She has to carpet bomb every network with her campaign pledges. She has to explain everything that she wants to do. That's what Ross Perot did. And Ross Perot was successful. He got 20% of the vote. People didn't forget that. So Jill Stein would have to do exactly the same thing. She has to totally do an advertising infomercial blitz. Oh yeah, on YouTube as well, social media as well. Does Dr. Stein have that much money? I don't know. What do I think with this cherry coke versus... this vanilla coke versus cherry coke? It's okay, but it seems to make my lips sticky. So, I wouldn't be surprised if there's sugar in this. Cherry coke didn't do that. So, point is, Jill Stein could be interesting. But right now, the truth is they're throwing their money away. Same thing with RFK Jr. Same thing with Bernie Sanders when he was running a couple years ago. Let me tell you what I think. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this country has got to get rid of the idea that we only have two major parties, basically resulting in other two parties throwing votes away because nobody knows why anyone would want to run for president. For the Green Party, it's already the Libertarian Party, like Donald Trump said, the Libertarian Party. Look, stick with your 3% chance of winning. You're not going to get it without getting an endorsement from me, which I'm gonna make things right for the Libertarian Party. Okay? Now, think about that. 3% of the vote. Yet, these men and women go out there gung-ho and trying to win. It's like the impossible. 3% of the vote. What are you gonna win against? Nobody. It's difficult, impossible to do it. So, but that you can't say they're not persistent. Maybe one day it'll be the glory moment for the Green Party or for the Libertarian Party where they successfully do another Ross Perot moment and get 20% of the vote. I don't even remember if Ross Perot got any electoral votes in the Electoral College. I don't even remember if he did in 1980s. I know he did well in the popular vote. But I don't think he got any votes in the Electoral College. Now forget it, okay? Here he was. We fixed this thing. It's a little crooked. Don't touch it. Because even if it's crooked, you can always straighten it out in the software. Oh, that's true. Yeah. The point I'm trying to say is, I don't know if if anyone really realizes this. What in the heaven's name is the point of running for president for an independent party, the Libertarian Party, or the Green Party when your chance of winning is slim to none? It just doesn't make any sense. It's like I could do better going for... you don't like the Republicans and Democrat Party. I understand that. There are things that both candidates do, and the two other parties that, don't resonate with your viewpoints. I get it, okay? But unfortunately, at the same time, the actual chance of you actually winning is slim to none. You're just not likely to win. That's the sad reality here. So, as you can guess, it is extremely hot today. And tomorrow is going to be just as hot as today. So, as I said, maybe tonight we'll have to do the show in the bedroom. Because I swear to God, there is no way in bloody hell I am going to sit there and feel like a sausage cooking in a Brazilian barbecue while I'm basically trying to do a show like I promised at 8 o'clock tonight. That is just not happening. Holy crap, it's hot. And I'm getting so heat wary. Now, heat wary is not the same thing as heat exhaustion. Or heat, but it's just I'm getting so tired of dripping sweat. I drink water and Diet Cola and coffee. Okay, coffee and Diet Cola may not be the best choices, but let's be honest, they're liquid, but then the caffeine kind of defeats the purpose. To be honest with you, I really do. I'll be honest about that. But still, I still love doing what I do, right? So, because it's going to be getting hotter, because the heat's it's still early in the day, and because by the time I go home, the sun is going to be facing my ear here, and I'm going to want to get home and before the sun gets in my eyes, because it's really hard to see at night when my sun gets in my eyes. So I'm not going to be taking much longer to talk here, but just to say, if we do it in the bedroom tonight, I don't want to hear anyone complain, oh, wait, are you going to be able to have panels? Yeah, we could. Theoretically, you could also stream directly using the Google Meets on air or on live. That's true. That's a feature that they returned, giving us basically the equivalent of Google Hangouts on air. Yeah, you could do that too. We absolutely could. We could stream that way. I don't know if there's chat though. I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea how that works with chat. Well, we'll have to figure something out. Thank God there's only 2 more months of summer really left. I mean, you got July, you have August, and then mid-September, and then after that you go into autumn. My birthday is kind of when the seasons change to slightly cooler. Not saying that it doesn't still get hot in September 13th. It still does get warm. But then you start to see the leaves change and the seasons changing towards cooler temperatures. And like I said, I dread to see my electric bill this month. I got a feeling it's going to be higher. But remember what I said. It might be higher for 2 reasons. Because we're talking about the electric bill for June. Number one, the old refrigerator that was malfunctioning and running constantly, never getting cold, is going to cause the electric bill to go whoop. Also, the fact that you also had summer. So summer caused the electric bill also go whoop. So I could see an electric bill of $180 in the summer of next month. But I paid $100. So I'm going to have like $93 credit plus $246 coming. I'm going to have more money so I can send another $100 to the electric bill, and then I'll send $50 to Capital One and send $50 to Ally. And then whatever the difference I have, we'll use for other things. I didn't even buy any tobacco yet this month. I have to get some. I want to go inside and get some. I can, no problem. No, it's how I'm going to pay for it. With your debit card, obviously. Yeah, obviously. So, in fact, 460 something dollars. Yeah, that's what I got. For 460, because they took money off of the hair. That's right here, my hair money. And the soda was paid for in my food stamps. And $461.25. Now, there is something else that food stamps left is $185.21. There was something I wanted to buy, but Lumi kept telling me to wait until I get paid from YouTube before I go out there and grab it on the market. And that is a device that allows me to amplify my dynamic microphones to make them as loud as they used to be. And the reason is that this mixer I have now is not really optimized for dynamic microphones, and because most streamers now are using condensers. Okay, I have my lapel microphones or condensers. So that's why I had a lapel microphone on today. But I personally like the sound of my dynamic microphones. And for a little bit less, almost the same price, I can get a generic condenser microphone that looks like my Shure microphone. My Shure PG48. Okay. I'm sorry, SM48. Yeah, SM48 versus the SM58. Oh, it is a PG48. It's a PG48, but it's different. It doesn't have an on-off switch. Yeah, stay away. So it is a PG58, I think. I don't know. It's just, I think it's a PG48. No, I think it's the SM48. Switchless. Switchless mic. That's what you can call it. SM switchless mic. Because the SM57 and SM58, which are the two well-known professional brand microphones, are also switchless. And there's no on-off switch on them. Very rarely do you want a microphone with a switch. And here's why. If you have a microphone with a switch, the first thing you gotta worry about is what happens if the microphone gets switched off and you're trying to mic a stage, and you're sitting in there and you're trying to get your audio levels right, and you're trying to get, say, the lead vocalist microphone up, and it just doesn't come up. You have to go over there, take one of your gaffers and go, hey, check that microphone over there, will you? Make sure it's not switched off by mistake. Because you checked everything, you checked all your cables, but for some reason you still couldn't get sound. So then your gaffer goes over and says, yeah, it was turned off, turn it on. Then you turn it on to get the volume all working. Then the stage count comes up, and they think it's off, and they flip it off, thinking it was on. All of a sudden, now you gotta go up again. You go up to turn the microphone back on for the talent, they think it's on, but it's off. So, in that case, it is best to have the microphone have no switch at all. Or if you can get a switch lock added onto the switch, that basically says the switch is where I put it. So if I want it switched on, I switch it on. If I want it switched off indefinitely, I can switch lock it so that the microphone is switched off. That's pretty rare. Most people don't do that. Usually they leave the switch in the on position. It's available aftermarket add-on. It's just a little thing that attaches to the switch. But why bother having a switch if you're not going to use it? I have hardly ever used the switch. I never started to use the switch. Okay, because I got the microphone sliders, so I can just turn them down, Now, as I said, the updated Q1202 USB, it's just called the 1202 SFX USB. Love you, but I don't really use the special effects. That was just kind of like, well, you got them, so I guess they can be kind of nice if you're really gonna do a lot of special effects for some kinds of, presentations and things like that. And also, I gotta take that defund DC flag off the Union Jack. That's an insult. I am sorry, but my Union Jack flag, I hang with pride. And I mean, I put it up, Noodles put it up there, wasn't really my thing. Yeah, okay, Noodles, fine. Leave it up there for now. But personally, part of me was saying is, I don't really want it there. I guess I can put it over the other green screen I'm not using because it's not going to hurt anybody. I don't really have room for flags like that. But anyway, I digress. So right now it's still hot, but fortunately there's a breeze out here, so it's helping, and I'm also in the shade in parts. So, and now I gotta go home and edit this video. Now I'm not gonna be doing a lot of video editing on it. I'm just gonna, just convert it to standard definition PAL, and then get it uploaded, and add the intro and the outro. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, like I pointed out, where's yesterday's dinner? That was delicious. Carmen was a little bit miffed that I didn't get any vegetables. But I told her, I said, well, I don't really feel like getting up out of the table to go to the salad bar. And I said, there's no labels on anything. So what am I eating? There's nothing. There's not a single label on there. There was nothing on the sneeze. No, it didn't have a sneeze guard. I noticed that. The snack bar didn't have a sneeze guard as far as I could see. And even if it did, there was no label on it. So I had no idea what the stuff was. So everything would have been like, okay, Michelle, today is grab something. You know, I'm kind of cautious still when I eat out, but, you know, I definitely wanted to try some more of the food. Some of the stuff I'm actually be able to cook at home. So maybe I might cook some of my own, what is it? Fafola or the planchi and fafola. I might cook my own. I might just learn how to do it myself. The stew takes hours to cook. They prepare the meat and the vegetables. So, except I don't usually buy meat. So, like one suggested using Italian sweet sausage, pork, beef, to make it into a nice stew, maybe with some ground chuck, or not ground chuck, but just chuck meat, black beans, parsley, celery, and other things. It looks good. Cassava flour. I don't know where I'm going to find cassava flour. One cook decided to find something else besides cassava flour, which makes sense. So, maybe that's what we'll do. Get some cassava flour. I can look on eBay for some of the stuff. And because I was really impressed with the food. Of course, understand, at Texas de Brazil, as far as I understand, is a chain. It's a big thing right now. See, that's all the back I have left. Not exactly a crisis yet, but let's go get some like on Thursday, next Thursday when you get your hair done, because it looks like you might have enough to last that long. Might, because if you get it here, it's gonna cost you $13, and it's cost you a little cheaper over there, and you got time between your hair appointment and getting home to go there at the gas man and get it cheaper there at gas man. Yeah, it's true. So, what I'm gonna do is, yes, eventually we are gonna cook some Brazilian foods, but I do need to cook when my kitchen is not gonna feel like a rotisserie. It gets hot in there. Now, as far as beach cheese, it's just something only Brazil could come up with. And as a cheese lover, I could certainly go for it. Basically, you take a mild or sharp cheddar cheese, you put some oregano and you put some garlic on it, maybe some basil, and you put it on a barbecue, you brown it, and then it's on a stick. It's a cheese slab on a stick with oregano and garlic and other spices, and it sounds good, actually. I might just try making it, except I don't have a charcoal grill. And no, I am not going to make it on the porch like when Dory did that. She overcooked. I mean, that fire was too damn big for what we're talking about here. Okay, and way too hot. So you only need a little bit of charcoal briquettes, a little bit of lighter fluid, and that's it. Because you're just gonna make a couple of cheeses on the sticks, right? Don't tell me about trying. Maybe you can cook it over oak or hickory as well. You know, just to get a little flavor. So cheese on a stick, or beach cheese, as they call it, beach cheese in English. It sounds weird, but Brazil has some really interesting food entrees. I'll tell you that. I think that video. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about this morning. I was singing a song about Weird Al Yankovic, "Eat It." I can almost see turning that into a video for Weird Al Yankovic. Seeing me stuff meat in my mouth as fast as I do, and then me throwing some people from the Nathan's hot dog contest. Don't tell me you're a fool, just eat it! Eat it! Stop it down your bag and beat it! I don't matter, it's like stir-fried, deliver it. Okay, I forgot the song, but I forgot what's the words. It's a cool song, Eat It. I think that would be kind of cool to actually eat it. Eat it. Just eat it. Absolutely. Could definitely. Anybody who would like to make that into a parody song, you can use some of my clip to do that. I will give you permission. Brian K., this is for you. I'm giving you permission. Why don't you turn my video from clips from yesterday and turn it into a cover for the song by Weird Al Yankovic called Eat It. I think that would be hilarious to see, and I would actually endorse it. This has been officially endorsed by MicheleMarieDalene. It was good. It was delicious. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't show up much in camera. Carmen didn't really talk much at all. I think she was a little shy. Yeah, I didn't know what to do, but I really was wondering why Michelle did not eat any vegetables. Because, unfortunately, I didn't feel like getting up to the salad bar. Oh, okay. This wasn't labeled either, so you had no idea what it was. You were just like going there looking at. I was looking out. I came in the door, and I saw all the stuff. There was no names on it, no tags. I had no idea what the stuff was. You would definitely need help getting the stuff from the salad bar if you had no idea what. No, but I would need help carrying the plate on top of the walker, on top of the. Oh yes, definitely. You need help. Of course, Michelle could always put the shelf on, and then scoot her little shelf around. Plate with the shelf to the back. I didn't think about grabbing the shelf on top of everything else. But yeah, that would have been an idea. So no, we did not go to the Apple Store yesterday. I decided noodles. I explained the idea. I said no, we're not going to the Apple Store. He was fading fast. Okay, for him it was like a Thanksgiving dinner. He was getting all that food. Was starting to make him kind of tired, and plus he had drove all the way up there. It took about an hour to get there, about 45 minutes to an hour to get there. Then we had to get home, and then of course at that time he was tired. He said, "Can I crash on the couch?" I said yes. So he slept till about 4 in the morning, and then he left. And so I had no problem with that. I appreciate that it came up there, and I do hope the Noodles does get some financial assistance for that. That tab was huge. I saw that was like $140. $149. That was before the cake. No, it's on the cake. Oh, did it? Yeah, I think so. It was definitely huge. And it was good, though. That was definitely a meal to remember. And as long as my YouTube channel is never deleted, it will be a meal to remember because we'll have it here in my scrapbook. People don't realize that this channel is like a scrapbook. Everything that we do is stored online. It's like memorable moments that not only do I like to memorize them, but then you guys do too. You guys love to go back and watch them and go, gee, that was such an awesome trip. I hope Michelle does more of those. Absolutely. Please. Okay, the next one that even it doesn't compete was Norfolk. Norfolk. That was a delicious meal too, but that did not compete with this. This totally aced Norfolk. I only ate there in Norfolk. That was amazing, but this aces that. No way did I have as much in Norfolk as I did here. Was the Norfolk like a pizza or something? No, it was a cheeseburger. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that was a good cheeseburger, though. It was. It was a very delicious cheeseburger. Absolutely. But this aced that. This totally aced that. There's no comparison between the two. I mean, I meant maybe if we had gotten into a smaller restaurant, if the one was less busy, maybe it might have been a little bit easier for me if I had looked at the menu. But then I probably would look at the words in Portuguese and go, okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? I keep asking Google Translate to translate the meals into something that probably still wouldn't explain everything. So falota is definitely something I can make at home. Planky is something I can make at home. Beach cheese I can make at home. Beach cheese actually be pretty easy to make at home. I just need to get some more spices and a small little charcoal habaki and set that up on the downstairs in the back of the building on the ground floor. Make a simple little barbecue going just to brown my cheese. It sounds good, actually. It is good. It is very good. You will love it. Beach cheese. I gotta see if I can make that. That sounds like a delicious thing. Oh, did I particularly hate the artichokes? No, I didn't hate the artichokes. I actually did like it. Kinda. But the jalapeno, I wasn't quite, well, it was not a jalapeno. It was not a pepper, but it wasn't quite as hot as jalapeno. That's why I don't think it was jalapeno, because I've had jalapeno. And trust me, jalapenos made my eyes water. This didn't really quite get that kind of a punch. Just be glad you didn't eat the Carolina Grim Reaper pepper. Oh, please, no. Oh, God, my butt would be on fire. But yeah, it was just good, and it was a good meal. But as you can also sense, when I came in there, I was overwhelmed. There was so much going on that my brain was just starting to kind of get into the acclimated to the environment. These years do help me here a little bit. I mean, as far as gain. But the problem is it doesn't help with processing. Because in my brain, don't matter how loud the noises are. In fact, if there's a lot of noises in the background, and there was the restaurant, the murmuring of talking, the clinking of plates, the people wandering around, bringing up skewers of meat, like every 3 to 5 minutes. And my brain is like, oh yeah, I'll try that. I'll have that. And I did. And I kept having the meat. The part of me saying is, gee, it would be nice if they said, would you like some salad to go with that? Would you like some... They didn't think of that. It was just people walking around with barbecue, skewers that looked like little swords. They literally looked like swords. Like they took the meat and they shoved it on the sword. Of course, this design is commercial grade skewer. But holy cow, that was nuts. Seeing all those sausages stacked yay high on the stick that was about 36 inches tall. And then they would scoop one off at the bottom and place it on your plate. I mean, I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I mean, it was just delicious though. I loved it. So when we go back again, maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll go back. You know, but it's so expensive. I can't do it in a regular thing. That is not. I could never do it on my own. That's just it. Thanks, Noodles. I'm going to give credit where it's due. If we hadn't gone, I could not have done it. I could not have gone out there. That would just have been, not only was that out of my walking range, but it was definitely out of my price range. But it was a great meal. I absolutely loved it. So the people at Texas de Brazil, you did a fantastic job, and I really appreciate the food, and I hope that you continue to do good there at West Farms Mall in West Hartford, Connecticut. That was delicious. That was delicious. So right now, sun's starting to get in my face. I'm gonna get ready to head out, get home. Yes, I'm gonna duck in the air conditioner. So tonight, do not be surprised if we decide to do the video or a live stream in the bedroom. It might be just too hot to do it anywhere else. Now, I admit the MacBook isn't quite as nice for streaming, but you know, I have to go where it's cool. I can't do it on the porch because at that time at 8 o'clock, the family downstairs, Stephanie and her husband, kids are asleep. They get really mad if you start talking too loud at 8 o'clock at night on the porch. And the other family in apartment 3, they have kids. They have their elderly mother, and they're probably going to be going to bed too. And so I can't really do it outside that late at night. That's why we don't do night shows on the porch, because I don't want to piss off my neighbors. You know, I talk loud, so that's why I try to respectfully understand that. But for now, oh, Michelle, don't forget one thing that you can use with the MacBook and the iPhone, or you can still combine a live stream. What's that? You got that little mixer that plugs into the USB port that would allow you to stream the show using a portable USB mixer like you suggested to Stan for his show. Yeah, okay, let's talk about that real quick. Stan, CT, right now is taking care of his mom and dad. So, he doesn't have, for right now, he's not going to be doing right now the Man Cave Final Hour for a while because of that reason. But he said he wants to get a better turntable, like an Audica Technica LP 60S turntable, which is a nicer turntable than what he has, a lot nicer. But he still has to buy an amplifier for that. And I showed him the little mixer I have that plugs into his phone. I said, this is what you need, minimum. Then you can plug in your headphones, and you can also have a microphone, and you can mix into one turntable, and you'll still be able to talk as well. And we get to chat, and people will still be able to hear what you're saying. As long as your phone supports on-the-go internet, and most do. So in that case, you're all set. So you can hear the music. You don't need a whole stereo amplifier. Of course, for personal music listening, you're gonna want one. But at least you would be able to get on the air and doing the music. Well, we do want to put a preamp on the for the microphone in the studio. We already got one because the same mixer plugs into my other mixer. Remember that? Or the mixer I already have. So I can sit up on another line jack and use that for that microphone to turn up the gain. I already have it. So that's why Lumi said wait on buying the adapter, the preamp add-on, because you already got one for now and we don't need it. Right, you don't need it right now. Plus you also got the boom microphone on the same headset. Absolutely. That's another way of doing it. We have ways to do things, people. Len and I set things up, take my time, do the right job, whatever, and it's an option. But for now, I gotta get out here, and I'm sure other people want to come out here to the table too. And I want to hog the table indefinitely for everybody. So for now, I'm gonna let you all go. Stay out of trouble, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.